Ron, thank you for taking the time. You said in a social media post, replace Joe Biden. Enough is enough. Why?
Well, Lynn, first of all, I want to make sure that we have another Democrat in the White House. We cannot afford another 4 years of former President Trump. And what I saw last night at the debate as the world watched was a very troubling performance by President Biden, who I've been proud to support. But I saw someone that didn't have the energy and didn't seem mentally up to uh, really debating former President Trump. And I've watched him of late, and he's been great on policies, but I'm very concerned about winning in November. His poll numbers have been trailing. I think that one of the concerns is that his age. And last night he demonstrated that he's really slowed down tremendously, and he wasn't as quick on his feet. So I was just out of an abundance of concern and wanting to win in November. I suggested that there was time that we could replace him at the convention.
So today, President Biden said, I don't walk as well as I used to walk. I don't debate as well as I used to debate, but I know what I know and I know the truth. What do you say?
Well, no disrespect. President Biden has been great. I've been a big, long supporter of him. He was a great vice president for President Obama. But I do believe if we had Vice President Kamala Harris or to emerge, I think that would give the energy that you need to get the base out. Right now, I'm seeing a number of people who are not Trump supporters, but they're not willing to go to the polls. Voter enthusiasm is down. This election is too critical, and it's much bigger than President Biden. Our democracy is at stake. Women's rights or reproductive rights and voting rights, climate. There's so much at stake on the ballot. And Lord forbid another 4 years of former President Trump. So I know it's not popular, it's maybe unconventional, it may be a little painful, but I'd rather have this short-term confusion and a battle at the convention than a long term of 4 more years of failed President Trump. So it's just out of an abundance of caution based on what I'm seeing, based on what I'm reading, low diminishing African American male support, Hispanic support, losing some support among independents.
So Ron, let me stop you.
Last night's performance certainly is going to hurt his poll numbers tremendously.
Right. So I have a couple more questions. One Democratic leader said, "Let's stay the course." You don't agree?
If there's another alternative, then why not look at that possibility?
Do you think, Ron?
President Biden.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Do you think if President Biden stays on the ticket, he will lose to Donald Trump?
I don't know if he would lose, Lynn, but I think there's a likelihood that he could, and I'm very frightened. I'm terrified of that.
Is Kamala Harris a better option in your opinion?
In my opinion, absolutely. She's a stronger option. Yes.
And so, is there enough support to do that? It's one thing to express this opinion. It's another thing to go to the convention and make it happen.
Well, Lynn, I don't know if there's enough support. That's something that the delegates would have to vet and decide. I know there's a lot of talk about it today based on the results of what happened last night. There's a lot of frenzy and banter going around, a lot of discussion and dialogue. So that's yet to be decided. And this isn't a foregone conclusion. I gave my opinion, which I thought would be something that would give some spark and a great burst of energy that could combat a person who is under 34 felony convictions. I mean, my God, and he's leading President Biden. That's very troubling, Lynn. And so, again, this is not personal. I love and respect President Biden, but our country cannot afford another 4 years of former President Trump.
State Representative Ron Reynolds. Ron, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for having me.